Welcome students. Last video we talk about how to convert a mixed fraction into improper fractions. We know how to convert as a mixed fraction into improper fractions. Like example 2 3 upon 5. It's a mixed fraction. Then I told you yesterday how to convert as a improper fractions. Just we have to multiply the denominator into the new whole number. Then after the get product, we just add the numerator. I told you. As for that, so 5 into 2 plus 3 whole upon 5. So then 5 into 2 10, 10 plus 3 13. So 13 upon 5 is the answer. So this is the improper fractions. So we talk about yesterday like this kind of sums. Okay, so I hope you finish your exercise 3, all the sums, and 1 2 3, there are three types sums were there. So today we are talking about the new title. It's a comparison of fraction. Okay, so how to compare a fraction? We know how to compare a whole number. I will tell you some example. So now 10 15, how to compare which is the big number, which is the smallest number. If you know the comparison, so 15 is the big number, so less than we can put like this. So 15 is the big number, 10 is the smaller number compared than 15, so we put less than. Suppose 15 than 10, now we put greater than. Okay, so it means which side you have to put greater than less than. So the big number is it means the open side, it always shown with the big number. It means if you like this, in this open place you have to show big number. This sharp place you will show the small number. It means here small number. Okay, here small number, this side big number. So as for that, here 15 is the big number, 10 is the small number. So I put the same number here greater than, here less than. Okay, here less than, here greater than, but number is same. But the if different format, it means this side 10, I put small number this side, then after big number this side, so I put less than. But in this second example, it's a big number, this side small number, so I put greater than. So I hope you understand how to put greater than, less than. Then the open place side is big number always. Okay, the sharp side is small number always. So this is the way you can compare. When you compare the fractions, you have to put the symbol, less than, greater than symbol, okay, or equal symbol. So you know how to compare the whole number. It means now I shown some example. 10 greater than 5. Yes, 10 is the big number compared than 5. Now 5 10. Now what symbol you have to put? Can you tell me? Yes, less than. Okay, because I told you the open side always big number, the sharp side always small number. Okay, you have to put like this. Okay, so now we know how to compare this whole number, it means real number, but how to compare the fractions. So in these fractions, you have three types of fractions you are going to compare. What type of fractions? Like fractions, unlike fractions, and it means comparison of unlike fractions. So like fraction, unlike fractions, there are only two types of fractions, but in this your in book they have given three types. First we are going to compare comparison of like fraction, one. Second one, comparison of unlike fraction with the same numerator. Then third one, comparison of unlike fraction with a different numerator. Okay, same numerator, different numerator. So three kinds of fractions we are going to compare. So first we are going to talk about what is how to compare like fraction. Okay, like fraction, you know very well what is like fraction, because previous video I told you the types of fractions, like fraction, unlike fractions, improper fractions, like unit fraction, then mixed fractions. Okay, improper fractions, then mixed fractions. So we know very well what is types of fractions. Okay, so now how to compare the like fractions. Okay, when we compare the fractions, majorly classified two types, only two types, just like fractions and unlike fractions. Okay, in that unlike fractions, same numerator then different numerator, that's that about we are going to compare. Okay, so like fractions I am going to compare. How to compare? Check, I will take some example. Like fraction means the given fractions denominator is same, it's called like fractions. We know very well. Okay, I hope you understand, because last video we talk about like this. So if you notice this, 4 upon 7, 3 upon 7, compare then, it's a big number. Okay, 4 upon 7, 3 upon 7, compare then 3 upon 7, 4 by 7 is the big fraction. So 4 upon 7, 3 upon 7 is a big fractions. Why? How it's a big fraction? Because you assume 4 is a big number, then 3 is a small number, so that's why they put greater than. Okay, not like that. A fraction with the greater numerator is greater for like fractions. There have some formula, rules, you have to follow that. See, if the like fractions, first you have to check the fraction which type. You know very well unit fractions, like fractions, unlike fractions, improper fractions, mixed fractions, they have types. First you have to check the given fractions, which type of fractions. So 4 upon 7, 3 upon 7, if you notice is the both denominator is same, the both fractions of denominator same. 7 is the both fractions. So first condition, you have to check the fraction. If both denominator is same, so this is a like fraction. So the rule what says, the fraction with the greater numerator is greater for like fraction. Like fraction you know very well. First you have to find out type of fractions, I told you. So I find it's a like fractions. So if it is like fraction, what's the rule? The fraction with the greater numerator, it means the numerator, which numerator is big, that is a greater fraction. So 4 is the big number compared to 3. Okay, but we have to check the given fraction is which kind of fraction. So like if it is like fraction, the greater numerator is greater. So 4 by 7 is a big number, big fractions. Okay, so this is okay, you understand. Second example, 11 upon 3, then 14 upon 3. If you notice the steps, to first we have to follow two steps, I told you. Yes, first we look at it, look and find out that given fractions, which type of fractions. Listen, okay, it's very important, listen. So the given fraction, first you have to find out which kind of fraction. Which kind of fraction means what? You know the types of fractions. In that fractions, which kind of fractions in these fractions? Okay, so the denominator is same. Which fractions have the same denominator is called like fraction. Okay, I find it, it's a like fraction. So there are rule. The fraction with the greater numerator is greater for like fraction as per that rule. So in this 11 upon 3, 14 upon 3, which is the greater numerator? 14 is the greater numerator. You know what is the numerator, what is the denominator? 11 is the numerator, okay, then 3 is the denominator. Here 14 is the numerator, 3 is the denominator. You know very well what is the denominator, what is great numerator. So for that is a like fraction. First step one I find it's a like fraction. So as per that rule, the greater numerator is greater. Step 2, greater numerator is greater. So 14 is the 14 upon 3 is the what? It's a big fraction. It means greater fraction. Okay. So now we will see the another example. How to find out. See. So I am going to tell another example. And now we are discussing like fraction, na? So another example is this is the exercise 4. I will take one example. 3 upon 7, then 5 upon 7. You know very well. It's a like fraction. What's the step 1? Step 1. What is step 1? You have to identify the type of fraction. Don't forget this. Okay. When you compare the fraction. First step, you have to identify the fraction type. What's the type of fraction? So 3 upon 7, 5 upon 7 is the like fractions. Okay. There are like fractions, they have rules and regulation. What? The greater numerator is greater. So I find that it's a like fraction. Okay. It's a like fraction. Okay. Step 2. What's step 2? The greater numerator. Which is numerator? 3 is the numerator, 5 is the numerator. In this 2, which is the big greater? 5 is the greater than. 5 is the greater. Okay. How to put the symbol, the greater than symbol or less than symbol? Less than symbol, because 5 is the big. So I told you the open symbol always shown to big number, the sharp side shown to small number always. Okay. So as per that, 3 upon 7, 5 upon 7 is less than. So 557 is the big number. Okay. So if you want to, I will tell you another example, and we will take another like fractions. So 4 upon 5, then 4 upon 5. If you notice this, both are same. The numerator same, denominator also same. Okay. So how will you check? It's a equal symbol, because both are same, na? So we will put equal symbol. Okay, 4 upon 5, 4 upon 5. So numerator also same, denominator also same. It's a like fraction, so we will put as a equal symbol. Okay, so we will see the another example. Okay, 16 upon 5. Sorry, not 16. Another one. Another one. Yes. 3 upon 7. Okay. 5 upon 7. Okay. If you look at this, 3 upon 7, 5 upon 7. Okay. We already discussed, no, this one. Okay. We already discussed. Not like this. Okay. This much enough. So tomorrow, we will talk about the new topic, another new topic. Okay. Okay. Now we will talk how to compare the unlike fraction with the same numerator. Okay. When the video begins, I told you there are 3 types of fractions we are going to compare. So now comparison of unlike fraction with the same numerator. Okay. Comparison of unlike fraction with the same numerator. Listen carefully. To compare unlike fractions with the same numerator, okay, sorry, we have a rule. What's the rule? The fraction with the smaller denominator is greater for unlike fraction with the same numerator. Okay. If you say like this, you can't understand. I will tell you example. You can identify. Okay. 7 upon 11. Okay. 7 upon 5. I told you first one. You have to find out. You have to do 2 steps. Step 1 and then step 2. Okay. When you compare the fraction, you have to do 2 steps. Okay. Step 1. You have to identify the fraction. The given fraction. If you notice this example, 7 upon 11, 7 upon 5, its numerator same, but denominator different. Okay. So numerator same, So it's a unlike fraction but same numerator. So this kind of fractions, when you compare, you have to follow the rules and regulation. What? The fraction with the smaller denominator is greater for unlike fraction with the same numerator. So it is a very important rule. So you don't forget, you just to remember what it means when you compare the unlike fraction with the same numerator. Okay, numerator means what? 7 is the numerator, you know very well. Okay, then denominator 11 is here, 11 is the denominator. So both numerator is same. So as per that, when you compare, the smaller denominator is greater. Okay, the smaller denominator is greater. If you look at this, 11 is the big number compared than 5. So as per the rule, 7 upon 5 is the greater. It means big fraction. Okay, because so the rule, as per the rule, see, if it notices 11 is the big number, we have to put as, actually we have to put greater than, you know, we have to put greater than, because why? Because it's a 11 is a big number, but rule what saying, which fraction, okay, which fractions which fractions the same numerator, okay, which fractions have same numerator, okay, the smaller denominator is greater, the rule saying. So that's why I put less than. 7 upon 11, 7 upon 5, compare then the denominator, the smaller denominator is greater. So as per that, 7 upon 5 is the big number. Okay, let me take another example. So 3 upon 5, 3 upon 7. So step 1, what is step 1? You have to find out the type of fraction. It's a unlike fraction but same numerator. So what is the rule? When you see this kind of sum, the rule will automatically comes in your mind. What rules? Okay, where the smaller denominator is greater, the smaller denominator is greater. So denominator, which is a 5 is the denominator, then 7 is the denominator. You have to compare this denominator. 7 which is the smaller, 5 is the smaller. So 3 upon 5 is the smaller fraction, bigger fraction compared than 3 upon 7. Okay, smaller fraction is big fraction. So 3 upon 5 is the big compared than 3 upon 7. Okay, so we'll take another example. 1 upon 7, then 1 upon 9. If you look at it, 1 upon 7, 1 upon 9. So this fraction, which kind of fraction? Can you tell me? If you listen carefully my previous video, you can answer. It's a unit fraction, because I already told you when we discuss the types of fraction. I told you. Okay, so which fractions the numerator comes in 1, these kind of fractions we call as a unit fraction. Okay, but in this title comparison, when we compare the fraction, we need just the same numerator. So as per that, the two fractions both are same. 1 upon 7, 1 upon 9, the numerator is same. So it's a unlike fraction but same numerator. So it's a unit fraction, we know very well. So as per the rule, if the numerator is same, you have to compare the denominator. The smaller denominator is greater. If you look at the denominator which is the denominator, 7 and 9 is the denominator, which is the small number, 7 is the small number. So 1 upon 7 is the big fraction compared than 1 upon 9. Okay, so 1 upon 7 is the big fraction. Okay, if you don't understand, we will you see the exercise sum, you solve the exercise sum also, then you can understand. Okay, Now we will discuss then another type of fraction comparison of fraction.